G'day everyone, welcome back to Pete's Investing. We're looking at the blue chip share reviews for the week. And again, this is a weekly update on some random blue chip stocks from across Australia, the US and Europe. And we review these and the results every weekend. If you want me to review a share price, put it in the comments and I'll cover it in a future video. As always, click on the subscribe button and like this video to support the channel. Let's first review the channel's playlists. Here we review the blue chip share, the weekly share prices each week of our random stocks, and we also look at in a separate video our indices review on a weekly basis, and also we've got our strategies which we follow. And in those strategies, we look at some the simple trading strategy, what type of shares to choose, the average down process, and some money management ideas. And just to first explain what these charts are about, we're looking at a 15-minute time frame on the charts, and it spans out to about a 17-month horizon. So that's the snapshot we look at in terms of the reviews and the results. Here at the top chart, we look at the buy and sell strategy of our strategies we're following, and this second profitability chart just shows you we buy the stock at the same time we buy it back here, but we don't sell it. So that just compares the buy and sell strategy versus the buy and hold strategy. So here, let's look at CBA first, what it's done this week. And here, this is the result for the week, designated by the vertical bars. You can see here it opened up quite nicely, but then it dropped off midweek, and that's where we closed our position here, from where it opened about 2 weeks ago. But then we reopened our position again, as per our trading strategy, where the CCI breaks above the zero line. Next, we look at BHP. This is BHP Australia. So the price declined. It had a nice rise early in the week, but then it declined for the rest of the week and it dropped below our MA 200, which turned down in a downtrend. It's not a good sign, but it's actually broken below this key support area as well. We just need to keep an eye on that. We've only got the 40 positions open at the moment. That opened back here some weeks ago, about 2.5 months ago. You can see there the results of the buy and sell strategy, 832 versus 563 for the buy and hold strategy. Next we look at Volkswagen. Okay, here you can see the price opened up and consolidated mainly for the week. It closed slightly above our from the start of the week, but it's also a key point to note is it's also stayed above our MA 200, which has started to turn upwards, which is it's a good positive sign after a few weeks of downward trend, as you can see here. So that's a positive for our trade here. Longer term, we entered the position back here about 2.5 months ago. We added to the position here as per our trading strategies. And again, refer to our trading strategy videos to understand how that entry was made. But then it's started to turn up. Next, we look at Telefonica. This has also gone fairly sideways, but it's also stayed above our MA 200. We close out the position here with a nice little profit after entering back here, but then it's reopened another position here. You can see there the results for the buy and sell strategy, 1328 versus 217 for the buy and hold strategy. As you can see there, the CCI moving average of 100 is broken above the zero, and that's our entry point. JPMorgan. Now here it's opened up above the MA 200, but it has a sharp decline midweek and it started turning downwards, but the price started appreciating up and above the MA 200 again. We closed our position here after being held for a number of 2.5 months roughly. After going sideways, it closed our position with a nice little profit, and we re-entered the position back here. Early trades on Saturday morning, this is Melbourne time, and JPMorgan, that would have been late Friday afternoon US time. Johnson & Johnson. This is consolidated sideways for the week. A bit of a scare here where it started to turn downwards, but then it broke above the MA 200 again. The position was opened late last week, and it was still open in that position here. But as you can see, 424 close of the week, and our profitability was 420. So it's just breaking above our break-even point for the week in terms of our profitability, but also in terms of price. And lastly, let's look at Caterpillar. This opened above the MA200 for the week, but then had a sharp decline midweek. And then it started going sideways and appreciating somewhat, but still remained below the MA200. So let's keep an eye on that. There's some possible downside in the near future. Now let's review our results. So for the 17 months, and this is basically based on the time periods for each of those charts we reviewed. On average, it's about 17 months. These are the profitabilities we made, the profitability we made over those months. And this is, again, recorded in Aussie dollars, in euro, and the US stocks in US dollars. So that's a buy and sell strategy, returning about 74, let's assuming that's just a dollar term, combining all these under one currency if you could, 74.50 or a 53% return versus 68.68 for the buy and hold strategy, or 49% return. And they're the drawdowns required for each of those trades. That's what you should have at least, at the very minimum, in your account as a backup fund. But on average, if you appreciated 74.50 over the 17 months, on average it's returned about $460 odd per month. And that assumes we trade $2,000 lots. Okay everyone, thanks for watching this week's review of blue chip shares. Again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to get future updates, and make any recommendations for reviews of any blue chip shares you want to review in future videos. Thanks, and see you again next week.